we have been eagerly anticipating today. Welcome to your upgrade, sweet beings. Do you feel it? Good. Be proud of your body. Be proud of the shifts that you are not only generating, but receiving now. Crystal has shifted so dramatically over the last few weeks that we are going to ask her to slow down in her revving up. It is very easy for some to fly into these higher realities right now. But we will say the goal is to continue to bring this energy deeper into the body's field, deeper into the body's field. And so while you may have some excitement bringing you up, we're going to say center. Center into the solar plexus crystal. Give yourself the opportunity to ground in the body the way that you have been asking to, yeah? You've moved so much space for us. And this is your pivot point. This is your connection point. The solar plexus. You have cleared all avenues, and it is time to let the divinity of who you know yourself to be to come in fully. Isn't that what you've been choosing? Yeah? Good. You see, for us, there is so much relief in the anchoring of who you are. Because the anchoring in who you are means that you have managed the consistency that is needed to create the foundation of belief that lets us in. Yeah? Good. And we will say that all light workers on the planet at this time are navigating the new frequencies of their belief systems. They know their belief systems are the creation power, yet they are figuring out or receiving the intel as to how the frequencies of belief are tied as secondary frequencies of manifestation. And we will say for Teresa's personality structure, you are correct. You are correct that the desire is everything. The desire is everything, but you are also correct that the desire must come from the anchoring of the soul. And in the anchoring of the soul and connecting into the desire, you are unstoppable because you are tying into threads in that desire that aren't even here in this reality. When you tap into the purity of your desire, you're connecting into the quantum consciousness of that desire. As you fill in the spaces where the quantum consciousness comes in, you can't fully access that desire. And this is why we've been continuing to ask you to step back. And this is how you are continuing to allow the universal frequencies of the desire to come into your reality. And this is what will usher you into a new existence. And now we will thank Crystal for allowing us to bring that message forward, because she tried to think and it got in the way and she stopped. And it was good, and we are proud. Crystal is navigating a new heightened energy of us. And in that, she has found herself in a new level of judgment that we are asking her to continue to relinquish. Yeah? She always asks us, how much weirder is this going to get? More weird and more weird and more weird and more weird and more fun and more weird and more fun and more weird, and only weird because you don't understand the fun. But the more you understand the fun, the less it is weird and the more it's just fun. The heightened frequencies that are available to you on your planet at this time are bombarding your systems. The light is bombarding your systems So please know that anyone attached to the program and anyone who has been engaged in developing the program is going to be kicking and screaming at this time, and it is okay. Let them. They're cute when they're little. It's fine. We all come here, right, Teresa? We all get here. We all get here. We all get here. There's absolutely nothing that can stop the development of the anchoring of your soul inside of this vessel. There is nothing that can stop it. And they knew the light would come. They knew the light would come. They knew the light would come. And there's nothing that can stop it. Sweet beings of light, your work is done. Do you not see it? Do you not see the transition that is upon you? Do you not see the clearing of energy that is upon you? That is okay if not. We will just say that your mind state is embedded a little bit more in the third dimension because there are massive shifts. And if you are embedded in the new earth frequencies, you can not only see it, but you can feel it, you can feel it, you can feel it. I can feel it. I can. Yeah, I can. Just for clarification, I am Auxil. And I will say I was quite nervous that we wouldn't be able to complete our mission this time. But I have integrated energy over the last week and a half that is fully aligned within the meridians of this vessel and source. And I know that it's done. Brothers and sisters, we are currently in the materializing of new earth. And if you cling to your fear, you're just adding to the slowdown. If you're clinging to your own internal resistance, instead of letting what's coming just move you, you are adding to the things that you want to be letting go of at this time. Find states of neutrality. Where is your pivot point? Recognize where you are connecting vibrationally. It's time that we all get real with ourselves. It's time. Lightworker, why do you believe you came back to this realm? Why do you believe you came here? You just happened to fall into this vessel? You just happened to fall into this reality where the majority of beings are in a state of struggle and victimhood and pain and suffering, seeking externally. You just happen to pop in here to be the only one that thinks differently, that sees the world differently, that feels differently, that knows things, that just knows things. On the planet at this time, there are guides, lightworkers, starseeds, humans, and we will just say vessels of the dark agenda. The humans have been trapped here. You all knew this. But what you're forgetting is why you came back. It was their choice. It was their choice to have this experience, but why did you come back, Lightworker? Especially those that are not from this universal complex. Especially those that are from the star systems and energetic realms that are outside of this entire universal construct. Why did you come here? To unveil that you were a part of a Pleiadian collective? No. No. You came here to help balance the shift. You came here because you knew that even the humans that carried all of this light, that were awakening and awakening and awakening, they were still stuck in the matrix. They couldn't quite get out because they were still seeking guidance externally, even though they knew something was off. And until the Lightworkers came together with the plan of coming in and incarnating on this planet too, there just wasn't that extra oomph to tip the scales. So the starseeds came in as energetic balancers, and they knew that they would awaken after the shift. And the Lightworkers came in and knew that it would be a time of unknown navigation and exploration of energies that you can't see but must believe to manifest. And there was a beaconing energy inside of you that said, this is the way. This is the way. And so without any validation, without any confirmation from the external reality, you began to move. And when you moved, you found the others. You found the others. We did it. We found the others. We found the others. We did it. Yeah. We did it.
That's where we high five.
We did it, baby. I shouldn't have put mascara on.
Well, that's okay. I got this.
I knew better.
You can't celebrate without mascara.
Oh, man. She gets emotional because it's a major marker. It's a major marker, Lightworker. You knew when you came into this reality and you were able to find the others that it was done. You knew at that time there would never be a going back. When the others come together, when the light came together, there was a force that was created, a buffer, a blanket that was put around Gaia. It was the solidifying of the energy that is needed to be cultivated so that New Earth could manifest. And we did it. We did it just by coming together, and we had no idea. And because the egoic structure was so solidified in our consciousness, we battled ourselves even though we had already done it. And it was only when we began to understand that we needed to start to receive from this new earth grid that we had been creating and embedding in, but that we needed to receive these heightened energies back now. We had attuned ourselves. We were ready. We were no longer the builders. We're no longer the builders. We're the generators. And the generator has to receive what was built to generate it. It's a projection. But we knew this. We knew it. Not everybody falls in the same category as the Council, Crystal, and Teresa are partaking in, but we do want to talk about this energy at this time, and we feel that many will relate. Eons and eons before Earth was ever created, there was an intergalactic council that was put together for the new Earth. And this council knew that as the universal capacity was hit, there would be another exploration, there would be another universe created, and thus began the grid of the universal complexes. When the universal complex of Earth was placed into the grid, this council put together a plan, and they created the Galactic Federation. And the Galactic Federation was to be a part of this universal compartment. And they were the overseers. They were the overseers. And then many, many light workers went back to where they were from and continued their other missions. And they let the Galactic Federation stay and be in contact with the humans as the information was being given that would be needed to put the beginning nodes in place for the light workers who were to come. When the nodes were in place, and bless your hearts, sweet builders of the first wave, everything you did was for what is happening right now. And we understand that you don't fully see your purpose in what was happening. Generation after generation, feeling like you were the only one. But if it were not for you and the expansion that you held during that time, this mission would never have been able to even take place. So thank you for your bravery. Thank you for your assistance. And above all else, thank you for your guidance. You've delivered this collective beautifully. The information you've been able to collect year after year, generation after decade, has allowed the hearts that are here now the safety within this grid to feel their bravery inside of them and to open up and speak. So we say, thank you. Thank you. With the grounding of the energetic nodes, when the event energy fully began to move in, these nodes, these energy points that were placed in the earth through the first wave of light workers was activated. And when that activation took hold, the hearts of the light workers who would lay the grid between the nodes came to be. And these light workers didn't know what they were doing, but they moved anyway. They listened to their inner guidance, even though they didn't understand fully what was happening, and they allowed the energy between one nodular energetic structure and another to be connected. Crystal is asking us how, and we are trying to tell her that that information is too advanced for your reality at this time. There are no words in her awareness that would describe the energetic exchange that happened as the light workers tied the grid points as they began their opening. It was the recognition of the soul aspect and the awakening within the body that these two must merge for this ascension to take place that tied the node points together. And this is the easiest explanation and also the most juvenile, but we believe it is satisfying at this time. Now that the light workers have come together, working together to place this grid, They now must stand upon it. The grid is the foundation of the new earth. The Lightworkers must stand upon it. You must embody who you are. You must anchor the things that you know. You must walk as such. When you are not in alignment with the things that you say, people feel it. They don't know what they're feeling, but they feel it. Just like you do, if not more intensely. Lightworkers, you must be in integrity with the things you are sharing. If there is something you are not certain of, you continue to do the internal discernment that is needed before you share the information. Because if the information is given from a state of misalignment within the vessel, they will feel it. And again, we will just say, it's not about them though. It's not about them. It's about you anchoring this light for the collective still. For those who know, they know. This ascension is not about waking up the others. That is not something you can do, truly. That is between them and Source. Now, if you walk in your light with the purity of doing the work, connecting through the heart, relinquishing your judgment and false concepts, you will beacon to them a light they've never known. And their curiosity that comes from that connectivity within them will call them to you. But only then are they open enough to hear the dialogue of these new heightened frequencies. And if you try and usher in and deliver this dialogue before they are able to disconnect from the matrix mind and understand more conceptually through the heart space, you are just blowing your air at them. And that is something we are trying to get you to curb doing. We don't want you to extend your energetic signature outward and give your energy to just anybody because you are diluting what you were trying to give. There's never been a more powerful time for the Lightworkers on this planet and starseeds on this planet to usher in and hold their light. Many are asking right now, what is the difference, Crystal, that you believe about a starseed and a Lightworker? A starseed to this being is someone who holds the coding of the stars, the Akashic memory of many lifetimes outside of this planetary realm. And while they may be here with an understanding of who they are not in mission, nor do they have a mission quite yet. That doesn't mean they never will. Many starseeds will be activated after the event energies come through on your planet. But for this time being, they are to balance, they are to hold the light, they are to understand and integrate their knowing and ground as a node, as a marker for the materialization of a new reality. The Lightworkers are activated in mission now. They will shift their mission after the event energies come into the planet. Their mission will shift. This experience of leading here for many will be done, will be complete. That contract is complete. The contract is complete. Your shifts are upon you now. Don't be afraid, sweet beings. We had to interject fast because she won't let us say things like this, but your shift is upon you. Relinquish your fear and open your heart. The only time you have is this moment. Everything is about to change. What are you ready for? You feel the activation in your body? What do you need to let go of so that you can be exactly where you want to be, energetically, mentally, spiritually? Let your belief match your dedication, light worker. Let your belief match your dedication, light worker. Starseed, hold the light. Star seeds, hold the light. Humans, don't be afraid. We are here. We are with you. There are humans that are awake. There are star seeds awake. The light workers are awake. Will star seeds become light workers? Yes. Will humans become light workers? Yes. But they are all in a different integration point at this time. And it is beautiful. And it is in perfection. And there is absolutely nothing missing. Humans, there are people here that will help. There are beings here that will help. Star seeds, you show them where to go. Direct them towards your tools. Direct them towards your mentors. Light workers, get ready. This is it. This is it. What do you mean, this is it? Your transition is upon you. This is it, Crystal. This is everything you've been preparing for. You feel this energy very, very strongly within your body. There's only one other time you felt that activation through the solar plexus. And that was the time that you were laying in bed with your hand on Teresa's solar plexus, feeling the grounding energies, feeling safe. And you let it in. And you met God. And God told you that He would come back. He would come back when it's time. And 2 days ago, you were brought to your knees with this energy inside of your solar plexus. It is the download. The light workers have been downloaded with an activation that will carry them through the event energies. The energies are going to be so strong. It's not going to get lighter. It's not going to get less intense. You must relinquish the thing that is happening inside of your body that's not serving you. You must listen to your body and adjust. Don't say you don't know. You know, you hear us. You all hear us talking to you. We hear you saying to yourself things like, oh, I should do that. And then you don't do it. And the you should go do that is because we're saying go do that. So go do that. Stop saying I'll do it later. Go do it now. We're not telling you, oh, you should go do this thing later, or we would tell you to do it later. We're telling you to do it now. You got to go now. You got to go now, light worker. You got to go now. Now. Now is all we have. This is it. This is it. This is it. Crystal likes when we bring in the higher connectivity, but it makes her feel weird when she channels in the information because she's relinquishing a lot of levels of control to let us in these ways. And it still feels a little foreign as we come in with this power, but she understands what's happening. This is her contract with us. She knew there would come a time when we would need to come in and speak to the collective. We would need to come in and guide the collective, and she would need to trust us enough and get out of the way. And it is now. It is now. Good job, sweet being. Good job. All of you, good job. All of you here listening to these messages, good job. The light is one, and the light is one because your heart was willing. And the light is one because your heart was willing, and your heart was willing to open, and here we are. And those who want to speak through the eyes of the channel, yet they don't want to come through the heart, please know that they are an illusion. You will always feel the essence of source in the channel. And if you do not feel the essence of source in the channel, you know that there is a filter. Source will always come forward with love. Source will never belittle you. Source will never put you down. Source will never make you feel less than. And if you are receiving messages that are that, please know that your egoic structure is still engaged and it is okay. It doesn't mean the message isn't there. When you feel that energy coming forward, light worker, ask yourself, how can I disengage from the egoic structure and just bring in this message with a little more purity? And then come back into your heart. Come back into your heart, light worker. You've been out there with them long enough. Come back. Don't fight your activations. They are trying to attune you to the energy that is here now, because it's here. It's here, right now. And there will be frequencies within bodies that will assimilate to this energy and allow it in, and there will be frequencies in these bodies that will be completely oblivious, like they have always been. What do you choose? What do you choose? Be soft with your brothers and sisters. Most are fighting right now to relinquish the dark inside. And it is taking a toll on their heart. And it is taking a toll on their lungs. And it is taking a toll on their immune system as they continue to fight their body and their ascent. Be who you are and know what you know. And trust what is happening. Let us leave you with this. You've spent a long time during this process of your ascension not trusting, not believing, not fully engaging, because what if you're wrong? We're going to ask that you drop the what if I'm wrong and you lean in, because it's the one thing you haven't done. And how are you to know that we will be there to catch you, to support you, to fill you with you, to fill you with the memory of who you are? Not what we want you to know, not what we want you to hear. To fill you with access, to fill you with tools of the unlocking of the energetic signature within you so that you can meet your God code, Teresa. Yeah? Yeah. Let it in. Keep letting it in. If you believe that you are the one that will experience this now, you will. You most certainly will. And if you choose to put your belief in the unfolding that is happening around you, instead of the unfolding that is happening within you, that is okay. That is okay. But we will give you this knowledge now. Do not ask why you are still experiencing the matrix reality, because that is why. That is 100% why. When you place your focus on anything, you are saying, I want more of this. Know your power, light worker. This is not something that works for everybody else but you. Yeah? Yeah. Go where you haven't gone. See what happens. The ones who know their truth and the ones who know their power and the ones who know where their beliefs lie will have absolutely no problem exploring this ascension, exploring this energy, exploring contact with their guides. And it is okay if you're not ready. It's okay if you are not quite ready. But don't tear your energy and get in the mental game of saying, I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready, when in your heart you know you're not ready because you're not making the moves that we are guiding you to. It is time that you all be real. You want us to tell you the truth, yet you are afraid to tell your own self your truth. And sometimes your truth is that you are holding you back. Over the coming week, practice being the observer. Notice where you are putting your awareness. And recognize if that is the place where you want your focus to be. Is this the point of manifestation that you want attracting back to you this week? And if not, shift, pivot. You are in control. You, all of you, Lightworker, Starseed, Human, Guide, silly dark energy. You can all choose better for yourself. And when you don't, it's okay. But be real. Be real about why. Because that's how you drop that matrix within. And that's how you feel like you are getting control of your belief systems. And again, we will guide you time and time here. Allow your belief to match your dedication. Because your dedication means nothing if you don't believe. It's just energy, baby. It's just energy. Crystal, we are so proud of your movements. Please do not be critical of yourself. You hear us say go and you go, and it's so good. And we know this place is weird. They're singing Journey to me. I just hear them like, don't stop believing.
They could roll at least into the 90s.
I'm not afraid anymore.
That's good. What were you saying when you were seeing all the Lightworkers joining together? When you were saying, we did it, your first cry.
Oh, I just felt it. They were like, because they were telling me the story of us coming here. And when they said like it was done the second we found the others, I just felt like, oh my gosh, we really did do it. And our mission, like the first mission of the Lightworkers, was just to find each other. That was it. It was like just to find each other and build this network of like, we're not alone. Because we knew it was going to get to this point where we're at now. We knew it was going to get more difficult. And we had to have each other. We had to. And it was like pride, you know? It was pride. I've been fighting this the whole fucking time. You know, like...
This is why I came first.
Yes, 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 100%. You know, but it's... The day they said to me, match your beliefs, match your beliefs. Your dedication is there. Now believe for yourself the way you believe for others. You know, the way you support others, the way you help them see themselves through embodiment. Do that for you, Crystal, because I'll sit and channel for me, or I'll sit and get information for me, but I don't support myself the way I support others. And so I find myself in this place of integration, or this place of deepening my understanding of what I'm experiencing and going through. And when I start to get into that space of being like, is this real, you know, self-critical, I get really hard on myself, because it's like, I can't, you know, my egoic structure will say things like, I can't be here, I have to lead. I can't be in this doubt. I can't be in this state of integration, because I'm the one who has to stand here and say, keep going, keep going, keep going. You know, I didn't realize how much I needed me. And when I shifted that, everything changed. You know, I will get to the afternoon, it'll be like 4 o'clock, and there's been so much information that has come through, so much dialogue that has come through from the guides, that it's like I don't even recognize the girl who got out of bed. And then like the integration that comes with that, the amount of processing and reflection that has come over the last 2 months of us really not posting, because of how quickly we're changing. I mean, we've been on a heaven-bent mission for the last 2 months. Anything and everything we can do, practice opening the third eye more, practice opening the heart more.
It never occurred to me, because I assume belief systems as a matrix thing. It never occurred to me to take what I'm creating when I'm channeling, when I'm focused on God codes, when I'm focused on scripting desires, making a desire journal. It's like, oh shit, you're doing all of these things, tie in your belief system with this shit works. I mean,
exactly.
I know it works.
That's how you materialize.
Yeah,
and like
never occurred
the
to
more
me.
you integrate, the more you amplify your beliefs into the higher reality. There's always an intertwining of the belief, because the belief is the physicality. Truly, the belief is the physicality.
Somehow I saw myself, it's like, you know, we do our woo-woo things, and then it comes time to go do real world things like grocery shop, work. But today I saw it, I don't know, like everything just turned upside down. Like,
full shift.
Well, it's like, believe in, what do you want to believe in? What you're doing here, or you want to believe in getting in the car and going to work is going to make your paycheck? You get to choose. Like, well, nobody told me that stuff. That was cool.
Yeah.
And I knew when...
it felt really short. It always feels short to me.
It always feels short.
But I think it felt short because you got up and went, and like we had to pause because I was crying. And
I think the battery's going to run out. I don't think it's short. That's what I'm trying to say.
Oh, yeah.
I knew when they started talking about, I knew they were talking directly to me. I said, I wanted to say you're welcome like 8 times.
You can't do that.
But I didn't. I mean, when they first said it, it hit me like a ton of bricks. It's like...
Said what?
Talking to me. When they're talking about the Lightworkers that first came here.
Oh.
Way back when.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was like, it took everything inside of me to not cry, because I was releasing. As I'm saying it, I'm like releasing for the collective. Yeah, that was very interesting. I don't remember a whole lot. I'm excited to listen back.